Hello everyone, welcome back to Dentistry Made Easy. Moving on towards the next topic of periodontology, that is the plaque hypothesis. Before starting with the main topic, I just want to mention about the book that we are going to come up with, that is the textbook of periodontology. So if you're interested, you can DM us, and there are some pre-booking offers which are going on. Now starting with the main topic, that is the plaque hypothesis. So there were five major hypotheses which were given. The first one, it was given in 1890, that is known as the traditional non-specific plaque hypothesis, and this was given by Miller. The next hypothesis, it was given in 1976, that is the specific plaque hypothesis, and it was given by Lewis. The third hypothesis, it was given in 1986, that is the updated non-specific plaque hypothesis, and this was given by Thielid. The next hypothesis, it was given in 1994, which was known as ecological plaque hypothesis, and it was given by P.D. Marsh. And the recent one, it is given in 2012, which is known as Keystone pathogen plaque hypothesis. This was given by Hegi Shingelis et al. And his co-workers. In traditional non-specific plaque hypothesis, it was said that the quantity of plaque, it is going to have the effect on periodontium and it will lead to periodontal destruction. So in this, the small quantity of plaque, it will not cause any periodontal destruction. But if the quantity is increased and the number of bacterial count is increased, then it will lead to the periodontal destruction. So basically they said that the quantity is directly proportional to periodontal destruction. Now this is a very simple hypothesis which was given by Miller in 1890. It was stated as the quantity of plaque, it is contributing to the periodontal destruction. So if the bacterial count is more, in that case the host, they won't be able to neutralize the amount of plaque or the bacterial products, and that will lead to the production of the noxious product that will overwhelm the host defense, that will lead to the periodontal destruction. But if the amount is small, so in that case it is neutralized by the host and the effect will not be present. So this hypothesis, it stayed for a very long time, but the main drawback was it could not reason out in certain cases like aggressive periodontitis. So in aggressive periodontitis, you will see that the amount of plaque is less, but still the destruction is huge. There were some contraindications, that were some with more plaque, calculus gingivitis, they also did not develop any destructive periodontitis. So that became the contraindication or the drawback of this particular hypothesis. So to overcome this drawbacks or contraindication, the next plaque hypothesis came into picture. So this was proposed by Walter and Lewis in 1976. It stated that it is not the quantity of the bacteria that is leading to the periodontal destruction, but the quality of the bacteria leads to periodontal destruction. So it states only certain plaque, they are pathogenic, and its pathogenicity, it depends on the presence of increase in specific microorganism. So that is nothing but the specific plaque hypothesis, that is the quality of plaque is leading to periodontal destruction. Now during this era, that is during this 1970s, there were many advancements which were happening, and it was seen that the bacterial count was no more important, but it is the specific pathogenic bacteria that is leading to the periodontal destruction, as the statement says that the pathogenicity is causing the destruction. In this, an experiment was done to prove this plaque hypothesis. Here, an antibiotic, that is the kanamycin, it was given to the patient, and it was seen that it is specifically reducing the amount of Streptococcus mutans in the patient, that is leading to the dental caries. But now again in this, it was seen after few years that the patient is becoming resistant to this particular antibiotic and they are no more longer helping in reducing this streptococcus mutans, and there is no effect on the dental caries. And because of that, the next hypothesis came in picture. But now here what happened was they again came back to the non-specific plaque hypothesis. It was proposed by Thielade in 1986. So he stated that it is not any single microorganism that is leading to the periodontal destruction, but it is the entire microflora or the total bulk of the plaque that is causing the periodontal destruction. The statement was the periodontal diseases, it results from the elaboration of the noxious products by the total bulk of the plaque. So all plaque is equally pathogenic. So for example, there is this plaque, microbial plaque. There are two scenarios, that is the quantity and the quality. If the quantity is more, it is leading to gingivitis. But when quality comes into picture, so that will lead to the virulence factor. Now what is virulence? It is the degree of damage a bacteria can cause on the host. So this virulence factor, it depends on various factors like enzymes, toxins and the metabolic products. So there are various enzymes that are the collagenase, elastase, trypsin like protease, complement protease. Toxins can be endotoxin, exotoxins, and metabolic products can be hydrogen sulfide, ammonia, volatile fatty acids. So all of these factors, it will lead to the periodontal tissue destruction. Many patients can have plaque, calculus and gingivitis, but periodontal destruction, it is seen in only some cases, that too in specific site, and that is explained by the specific plaque hypothesis, that not all patients will have periodontal destruction also if they are having the plaque. So the specific plaque hypothesis, it was accepted by the recognition of AA comitans as the pathogen in the localized aggressive periodontitis, and it was revisited. So it is not the specific bacteria that is causing the disease, but it is the serotypes of the bacteria that is causing the disease. Now the next plaque hypothesis is the environmental plaque hypothesis, and it was described by Hefigi and colleagues in 1991, and they had stated that the entire subgingival microbiota, it plays a role in the periodontal destruction. So the example for this particular hypothesis is, if there is elimination of Streptococcus sanguis from the pocket, it may lead to elimination of some of the other pathogens also. Thus, to develop periodontitis, not only a host is necessary, but pathogenic organism must also survive and multiply in larger number. So this hypothesis is considered a very good hypothesis in case of chronic periodontitis. So the next hypothesis came, that is the ecological plaque hypothesis, which is given by P.D. Marsh and co-worker in 1990s. Now according to this, the amount of plaque and the specific microbial composition, it is contributing to the disease. So in this, the changes in the host status is leading to the shift in the microbial population in the plaque. It is based on a very famous saying that everything is everywhere, but environment selects what exactly is going to happen. So this saying is given by Bas Beckings in 1934, which means microorganisms, they are present everywhere throughout the oral cavity in all individuals, but in certain environmental factor only it will manifest itself and it can lead to the periodontal destruction. Hence, it is not only the etiological factor that can cause the periodontal destruction, but also the host or the environmental factors is leading to the destruction. So they have said that the microorganisms, they are present in all beings, but they are only able to be virulent in the presence of certain risk factor, that can be smoking, if there is presence of any illnesses, dietary insufficiency, age, or certain other factors. So this gradual shift, it is known as dysbiosis, and it is resulting in the chronic disease. And if you are reducing all these various factors, so that will help to restore the condition, the gingival health condition. So this particular hypothesis, it can be explained with this flow chart. Now if there is reduced plaque, because of that there will be reduced inflammation. Then there will be low GCF flow. So there will be more gram-positive flora, that is the normal flora which is present, and there is good gingival health. But now because of any environmental or any other factors, if there is change, that is the ecological shift, so that can lead to increased plaque. If there is increased plaque, there will be more inflammation, which is leading to more GCF flow, bleeding, raised pH and temperature, leading to the shift of the positive flora towards the negative flora, and that is leading to the gingivitis, eventually causing periodontitis. So in this you can see there are various other factors which are helping in the periodontal destruction. Now coming towards the last hypothesis, that is the Keystone pathogen hypothesis. So it states that certain species, they have an effect on their environment that is disproportional relative to their overall abundance. Basically, it indicates that low abundance microbial pathogen can cause disease by remodeling the normal microbiota into the dysbiotic one. Basically, it is like certain organism, even when present in low abundance, can have an effect on the quantity of the normal microbial flora, and these low abundance microorganisms, they are called as the keystone species. So there was this one experiment which was done, in which germ free mice were taken, in which there were germ free mice which were taken and the normal mice which were taken. First, the germ-free mice, they were introduced small quantity of P. gingivalis, and in that they have grown it, they have multiplied in number, but here it was seen that there was no periodontal destruction. On the other hand, in the normal non-germ-free mice, again they have introduced very small amount. It's not they are introducing a higher amount of like microorganism, but small amount of P. gingivalis was introduced, and here it was seen that the number, it grew, it multiplied, but also it affected the microbial flora, leading to the periodontal destruction. With this experiment, it was seen that certain microorganisms which are pathogenic, they form the keystone species, and because of their virulence they can affect the normal microbial flora. So that was all about this particular video. I hope you found this video helpful, and if you did, then please like, comment, share, and do subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much.